Hey guys, it's Gwynaire here from Defy Reality Entertainment, and today I am going to be recording something in Visionaire. Wasn't planning to do a devlog at all today. This is quite spontaneous, so I'm not too sure how long it's going to be or how short it's going to be. But I thought I'd show you guys what I'm up to at the moment, and it's coming along quite nicely. I've got an example here of what I'll be doing in this scene. And what we'll be doing on this scene. So here is an example of what I've been up to. Okay, so being able to open this back and forth. The same thing has to be able to take place on this one here. So far we don't actually have the animation frames, so I'm just going to double check all that and see if we've actually got the frames ready to be brought in, and I believe we do. Here we go. Nope, we don't. So we need to go into our frames there and go to OpenGL. First of all, I need to find the files. Here we go. So we put into OpenGL. So it's quite a fast process doing it this way. Again, OpenGL animations, they just render like that. I rendered a really long animation the other day. It took about a good afternoon to finish and get right, and it's a really fun, cool animation. And just bringing it into Visionaire as an OpenGL animation is just it's just quick. I can see everything come to life really fast. So that's been really good. And we're going to see how this one goes. I'm actually going to deselect those as well, because it will come up as kind of selected objects within OpenGL, which I don't really want. It doesn't make too much of a difference. Okay, here we go. Oh dear, wrong setting. Something's going on there. Oh, okay, I know what's happening. I haven't actually set up the animation yet. So I need to go into here and set it up. It's a very sort of awkward process. I'm trying to get these animations set up for these particular cases. So I will be back after I've set it up and we'll bring it into Visionaire. I thought I'd quickly show you guys a render that's taking place at the moment. It's a very cool view of looking up at something. And it's part of a series of renders that come into the game at a particular point. So it's really cool that these renders are now taking place and I can throw them into Visionaire. And I also have a similar situation going on over here, and it's just loading some textures at the moment. So I'm just reloading some textures ready for the render to take place. So that's coming along quite nicely. I thought I'd show you guys something else that I've recently put into the game, which is really cool. It's this little dial section here, and this has been really fun to put into Visionaire. I'm not going to say too much about it, but you basically can interact with all the numbers, which is really cool. You can set things to different numbers and try the combinations. There's no sounds at the moment, but definitely sound cues will, determine whether you've powered something or not. And you can then close it and reopen it, and it's set to what you had it before. So that's really cool as well. And it didn't take too long to put together. It's basically a series of different conditions that are working in various different ways. And obviously, yeah, you've got your button here. Can't do anything with it right now. So the code is needed. So that's been really fun putting that in. Okay, we have a little animation here. Managed to get it going quite nicely with a bit of movement changes around with the actual model on the Y and X axis, but yeah, it came out quite nicely. It's going to run a lot faster within the game. So I can set that up now to render out and go over the previous blanks that we had there of just one frame of it being closed, and yeah, then convert those to WebP files and bring them into Visionaire. Welcome back, guys. So I'm back in Visionaire now, and we're going to put that case opening animation into the engine. And one thing I have taken out, which was really ridiculous, I must have set that up ages ago when I first started putting these images into the engine. I had 3 zoom outs, and each one, there was one set here, which you can see here, there was one set up here, and then one set over the side, and they all led to the same image, when this can actually just be done within Visionaire, as simple as this. Just setting it up so you actually have multiple hotspots in one action. And I'll just zoom out of there just to make sure that we've got that set up quite nicely on the side as well. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Just make sure it kind of overlays the image a bit. Yeah, that's good. And then bring another one in on this side. Here we go. Cool. So that'll be for just our zoom outs. I might actually bring potentially bring these down just a bit. Won't be too high. Just so there's a bit of room for the player to be able to move the mouse in different ways. You know, see what they're sort of able to click on and see the changes and what's not interactive or what is. So always, it's nice to have a few gaps there where you've got like a default cursor. Okay, cool. And so that's the zoom out. So what we need to do now is we need an open case with our conditions here set up there. We just need to bring them in. So we'd set it on the right pole, and we've got case open. So we need to set that there. Awesome stuff. We need to have a closed case as well, and we need an open case image. So that needs to be set to this one here, and then what I can do as well, just to save a bit of time, is I can actually bring in my open case from the left pole and bring that over to the right, just here. Brilliant. Just change these over a bit, so we need to go now to the right. We need to have case open. The backup needs to be on the right. We've got backup. I'm just going to change that case open here to true as well, because it needs to be true upon when the player actually arrives at this scene. Otherwise it's not going to be able to open it. Okay, so that's all set up. The image here for case open, we need to add the animation in. We need to go to our right. Case open is now true, or will be true. Change the condition. Close. Close and back up to true. Just making sure they're all coming from the right actual source. That's the thing about copying and pasting, like I mentioned before. And then backup is true again. So before the animation plays, backup becomes inactive, and then after it's played, it becomes active again, basically. But these animations are very quick, so the idea is that it just stops the player from being able to back out from an animation while it's playing. In this sense, there will be a skip animation, obviously, added to this, and that's done in a slightly different way. I can actually show you guys how that works. Trying to think of the best example for that. Let's see. We have a doorway that has this added, I believe. Open door. Yeah, so we have change condition playing animation for open door, and what this does when that's set to true, it then opens this thing up, which is reactive to the cursor entering it. So when the cursor enters, I believe that's the case. Oh no, sorry, of course not. Because then the animation would just skip once it's playing. Now this has to be a click system. So basically, also what I'm going to do here is actually change this to a new cursor that I've created recently, skip animations cursor. Because I think it would be cool to have a different looking cursor when animations are playing, and a skip symbol to say that you can skip them. I had to change the size of it a few times. I thought it was too big. I like my cursors to be sort of not too big, like fairly small. I think when they start looking too big on the screen, they look clunky and a bit ugly. And kind of, I like the conciseness of cursors, to be honest. But you still want to be able to see what it does, so, and the changes. And I think that comes through in the colour. So anyway, enough of me rambling on. I can actually show you where that cursor is. So all my cursors are here. So we have a nice sort of skip button cursor that comes up, and all these cursors have a inactive cursor of the default cursor. So you've got all these different cursors within Neyyah. That's really cool. And yeah, so I'm just gonna show you an example of how this works. So we can open the door. Oh, got a jam. Something's loading. Let's try that again. Okay, so we can open the door, and we've got a skip button come up. We can close the door as well, and there'll be a skip button that we can change as well, change the cursor. So now I click on that and it skips it automatically. This was set up so that I don't think I've set it up for the close particularly well, but it's supposed to basically go straight to the next image, and it was a way of being able to have this kind of seamless kind of skip as well. So you've got an instant skip. So that I'm actually going to go into this one here and just change our cursor to skip. So now when we come back into here, we've got skip, and then we've got another skip. And you can see that anywhere on the screen it just changes back to normal. Anywhere on the screen once it's finished. For instance, you can just leave it there, skip, and we come forward and so forth. Okay, coming back into our scene here, we now need to add that animation. And I don't think I've actually created the animation sequence, the crop sequence for this yet. So I need to go into the right whole animation, as we see here. Kind of bring in a bit more Photoshop work. You can see all the different batch crop animation systems here. So I've basically got different effects that can be used for the animations. Mostly they're basically just cropping effects that run on all the frames. So however long that animation is, run it through the batch system here on Photoshop, and it automatically just adds all those crops to each frame. So we need to add a new one here. I'm just going to call it dome and set that in place, and basically just draw the crop. I'm actually just going to draw it to the relatively top of the screen here, just because I should have opened the one with it being open. I did that for the other one, but basically, you know, you want to be able to make sure that the crop covers most of the. You know, you're basically trying to reduce the size of the image, but you want it to be so that the actual area that is being animated will appear within the other parts of the crop. You know, if I cropped it down here too much, the lid opening is not going to appear. It's going to crop out the actual lid opening. So you need to be sort of wary of that when sort of doing this kind of thing. I can actually bring this up a lot more here. There you go. Lovely stuff. Okay. Set that in place, and now I'll be able to batch this. So because we did the left one, I can easily now get to the right one over here. select folder, choose the destination, go back into right, and we're just going to call this cropped. Great stuff. Let that run its thing, and if I've set that correctly, I think I have. Just going to save an image on this computer quickly, rendering out some awesome scenes on this other computer. It's coming along really nicely. Can't wait to add them into the engine. Again, I just want to double check those crops as well, because I have a feeling, yes, that one was already open. So I just need to go back into 0, I mean, and quickly, oh god, I forgot to close that down, so I just need to quickly add that crop there. Oh. I think it's because it's running that horrible list of closes that we don't need, so I just need to take those out. That's what happens when you leave the what's it called, the record button on, and it's basically recording everything that I'm doing for that batch. So even if you're closing or doing anything within Photoshop, it will record every thing there, so it's really annoying. There you go. So now I should be able to just run that from there. We've got a crop for 0. The reason why it didn't do it properly last time is because I actually cropped it with that, you know, I cropped the image again from the actual cropped version, so we didn't need that. For some reason it's come back into here, but that's cool. Okay, animations. Don't move that folder. Where's that gone? Okay, here we go. Go back here. Animations down. Right. Cropped. Just want to add that image to there. Do that 0. First frame. Awesome stuff. Come back into convert X, X and convert, shall I say, and bring that. Oh, we've got a slight problem going on there. Okay, I'm just gonna take that out and go back into Photoshop, because something's going wrong with the actual crop for all the frames. I don't know why. I'm not too sure why that's happening. Go back into here. Make sure that's set correctly. Should be fine because we had it set before. Okay. Yeah. Open GL. And then going back into here. And we're going to add our cropped folder, and hopefully it will just crop all those frames. Should do. Lovely. Set up a new render on this computer. Make sure I've got that set correctly. Lovely. Cool. Okay, they're all set. Let's go back into here and open our new crops, and here we go on the right one. Perfect. Bit of an error there. Okay, so we're going to bring that into Visionaire. To the right folder, and I'm just going to save it in OpenGL for now, because obviously it's going to be rendered out properly, and I'll probably go into like an edited folder, then I'll just delete the OpenGL after it's not being used. It's usually the process. Nice and quick. And now I can bring in my case opens anim, and also bring in my open case image, because that's just basically the last frame of the animation. So I can actually do that now quickly, and that's set there. Case open. I just want to make sure that's set to the right. Yep, awesome stuff. Because we don't want to be changing anything on the left pole, because that's a completely different scene. So we've got the right one now. Bring that in, and it's just a case of kind of like having that on top. I can have the whole image again as well if I want to, but I think we'll be fine for now as we are. Just got to try zooming in on that quickly and making that mesh should be very straightforward. Yeah, that'll do for now. Cool. Okay, and then the same thing goes for the animation as well. I'm actually going to just put the animation on top and add our animation into here. Case opens anim. Bring those frames in from the right pole. Here we go. Brilliant. Okay, cool. And do the same thing quickly. Just make sure they're matching. Make sure the images are looking good and syncing. And the beauty of pre-rendered graphics. I had a comment today from as one of the promotion posts that I put up on Facebook about Neyyah, and they commented on it saying that they have never seen a point-and-click game with 3D graphics before. And I was like, wow, that's an interesting comment, because you know, obviously it's a 2D game, but it does use 3D models that are pre-rendered within Blender and then brought into the game, and it runs as like almost like a 2D, you know, screen to screen, image pre-rendered game. But I guess it does have that obviously 3D feel, like you're going through a 3D environment. And I've had comments before, people saying that it looks like the game is has been made in Unity, that it's just a real-time game and you're actually clicking forward within a real-time engine. That's not the case at all. It's actually being made in Visionaire Studio 5. So it's really interesting seeing the different perceptions of the game, especially even before it's out. And I find that really, really fascinating and really cool. Okay, so we've got the animation there. On the open, we are now going to change this to the open animation of the right pole. So make sure we've got that set correctly. The closed one will also do the same thing, I believe. Closed case. We have nothing in this one for some reason. Oh, that's cool. I'm actually just going to copy and paste these ones though, because it's going to be a lot easier just to change things around a bit for this close. So I'll do that again. There you go. Lovely. Let's copy and paste those ones. And then in here, all I have to do now, because it's set to the right pole already, these conditions, I just have to change these around. So we have the case being opened. We now need that to be true, but first of all the case closed needs to be false straight away. Plays the animation reversed, so the case closes down, and also as well as before the animation starts, the actual image of the case being open needs to be false as well. And then we've got the backup can be false, made true again, and then on top of that we've now got the case being open is true, because the player can then reopen if they want to. So it should run pretty well. I just need to double check the positions of these hotspots, because I don't think I need coffee. I don't think they're even set up, so we need to create some hotspots here. Open case. Just gonna draw one around the overall sort of circumference of the actual casing, and then just do the same for the close, which is actually different. I need to quickly see what's happening with this one. You can usually just sort of position it like that, and hopefully we'll have a fairly straightforward way of doing it. Did it for the last one. Closed case. Let's make sure that's set to 0. Oh, that's cool. Okay, with that, okay, I'm just going to set this to. Set that to true. No, that's cool. I know what I'll do. Because I'll bring in. I've only got the cropped versions. It's going to do a quick jump over. Bring open the uncropped version. I'm just going to throw that into a little folder that I've set up. Whether or not I'll be actually keeping this, to be honest, I'm not too sure. Just that one there, that'll be fine. Yeah, so that's fine. Okay, cool. And then coming back into here, I'm just going to change the background. Did I select the right one? I think I did. We'll find out soon. Yeah, okay, cool, we did. Oh, no, I don't want that. Actually, I do. Okay, cool. So yeah, I just need to obviously put this in sync with the rest of the image. Going into here, going into here. Make sure it's nicely synced in. It's looking actually pretty decent. Awesome. And the same with the animations as well, so we need to make sure that's synced. We need 50. I just need to bring that up, I believe so, like that. 100%, okay. 50, just bring that up a bit more. Ooh, this one's wanting to be awkward. There you go. Okay, cool. And now I can get my full render back. Where is that one? Just gotta find it. Find it. There you go. Okie dokie. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Animation will play, open case, make sure that's all set up. Closed case also has its condition, which it doesn't, it needs to be closed. There you go. Memory case is true upon arrival, play animation. Animation is also, you need to make sure that this is about 30 as well, because it just plays nicer, a bit smoother. Okay, cool, I think this will work. I just need to add the closed case image. Open case image, so where is that? There's a bit of a change there, but that's cool. What I'm going to do quickly, just add that back in. Where is it? Oh, okay. Yep, I know what's happening. The animation needs to be 0, and we should be able to go here. Here, close case. What's in there? What's that? Should be open. So there's something causing that to be open. Here we go, cool. And from there I'll be able to add my my little hotspot for closing the case. Brilliant stuff. Okay, cool. So that's set, and I can go back and do what I did before and bring in the correct pole image. Okay, cool. So now we have our closed and we've got our open, and we should be able to go between the two now with the open and close of the case. So case opens, case closed, case opens, case closed, and you can see there instantly the open and the closed hotspots actually disappear. And as well as that, you should have the backup. It's not appearing over here for some reason. No, I think it should be going across the whole screen. That's cool. We'll go over there. So let's see what's happened there with the old zoom out. Back up. Zoom out hasn't got its condition set. That makes sense. Back up. Here we go. Just wondering why that wasn't working before. Okay. Double check the sort of layers there. Should be working here. That's cool. Seems to be missing parts where the actual boxes are actually jumping between each other. So I just need to jump out there and just quickly go up to here. And double check what's going on with that. There you go. Should have a bit more of the actual zoom out cursor visible now on the actual screen. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, brilliant stuff. There isn't much of a shift there. Just a bit. I'll have to fix that. It's not too bad. Okay, cool. So now, if I open it, our actual zoom out ceases to exist when the animation's playing. So yeah, there's a bit of a shift in the animation there. It needs to be brought down a bit. But that's cool. So yeah, we've added a case opening animation. There's two now in the engine here for this particular scene. And it's just a case of using those conditions in different ways and reversing animations as well. So you've got like the lid in. I'd have to re-render the whole thing. So that saves time as well. So yeah, I thought I'd show you what I'm up to today. I've also got this animation now, this render here that's finished, so I'll be able to save that, put it into the engine, and got some cool stuff happening on this computer as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and definitely like, subscribe, comment. Stay tuned for more devlogs coming your way as Neyyah progresses. There's so much more coming as well. Visionaire work, Blender work, Photoshop work, and obviously down the track as well there's going to be sound design work and music production work, and also the FMV sequences that are going to be in the game as well for the live action characters. So it's very exciting times, and definitely stay tuned for more of the devlogs, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys.